Don't be bemused, it's just the news.
Thank you, Nadia. Recently, 2 teasers for Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir Season 4 were released by Gloob. If you haven't watched those teasers, I will be including the links in the description below. Today, as your host, I'm going to explain those teasers and some of the theories I have come up with. In this scene of the first teaser, I believe that Master Fu is visiting for a reason that has to do with Marianne. To the right of this picture, we can see a tea kettle. Despite its wider shape and darker color, it looks vaguely similar to the Lucky Charm and its matching tea kettle Master Fu shot in the Season 2 episode Sappities. I have come up with 3 possibilities for this appearance. 1. The tea kettle could be an object that foreshadows the arrival of Master Fu. That is, if we see this scene before Master Fu arrives, whether it be in the same episode or the next. In the case of the two being in the same episode, I believe that this scene will go something like this. Marinette had just gotten word the Master Fu is coming back to Paris for a short visit, and Marinette transforms to Ladybug and gets to the Star Train faster. 2. The tea kettle symbolizes the fact that Ladybug is now Guardian. Nothing more than that. 3. The tea kettle may be foreshadowing the events seen in the second trailer. I won't go too much into detail yet, but I will say that perhaps this tea kettle symbolizes the Order of the Guardian Temple in Tibet. Here we see 5 people being akumatized at the same time. This is no joke. We have seen people be akumatized together when holding or touching the same objects, for example, in Felix. However, none of the people in this scene appear to be touching the same object. Sure, they are touching the grass, but I doubt a plant can be used to akumatize someone the same way an object does. This could possibly be a new power given to Shadow Moth, the unification of the butterfly and peacock Miraculouses, since Shadow Moth was confirmed by the creators to be present in Season 4. However, if it is a new power, this might contradict with how the unification powers have been demonstrated before by Ladybug and Cat Noir. And what I mean is, for example, in Kwame Buster, Marinette had fused several Miraculouses, but she used the respective powers individually, and they had no apparent boosts. Perhaps it will be different in Gabriel's case, considering he's an adult, but for now, this boost in power due to age is unbeknownst. Now, I just want to point this out. We were promised that there would be a much stronger villain than Hawkmoth. You probably already know where I'm going with this, but I believe that villain is none other than Shadow Moth. In the second teaser, we see this character. The name of this character, along with drawings of him, were presented at Luca Comics and Games in 2019 and posted on Twitter at Red Suited Lady. I will link this in the description. His name is Su-Han, a guardian, quite possibly from the Guardian's Temple in Tibet. Take a look at this picture and observe Su-Han's attire. Dirt is visible on his clothing, and his shoes are torn open, his feet visible. He may have this appearance only because he traveled from Tibet, China to Paris, France, and I'm assuming on foot, for we see him jumping on the buildings in Paris. In this picture from the teaser, we can see that there are no pictures of Adrian on Marinette's wall or computer background. Perhaps Marinette is staying true to her word in Miraculous World New York United Heroes when she said that she was going to move on from her obsession over Adrian. This will allow for some interesting scenes and exchanges between the two characters in their civilian forms, and maybe even in their hero forms as well. It can be assumed by looking at this picture from the teaser that Su-Han goes to Marinette's room and takes the Miracle Box. We can see him holding Bark, the Kwame of the Dog Miraculous. Perhaps Bark is foreshadowing that Su-Han will transform using the Dog Miraculous, or Ladybug will be giving the Dog Miraculous to someone either in the current episode or later in the season. This someone may possibly be Sabrina, as fans have theorized off of the Chinese zodiacs. In this scene, we see Su-Han summoning the Kwames into the Miracle Box. This scene, along with the scenes before this in the teaser, is what I have used to create the theory that Su-Han could be trying to take the Miracle Box away from Marinette, thinking she's too young and inexperienced to be a proper guardian. I imagine the scene going something like this. Suhan had heard the Ladybug was a new guardian and hunted her down. Suhan observed Ladybug closely and found out her identity because Marinette wasn't careful when transferring back, like she sometimes is. He follows her to her room and then takes the miracle box, claiming that she is not ready for such a responsibility and therefore cannot be a guardian. She tries to object, but he doesn't listen, and he leaves. She probably transforms to Ladybug and tries to get the miracle box back. That is, if he didn't take Tiki or the Ladybug Miraculous earrings. If he did, then she would probably chase him on foot. Then someone will get akumatized. In the case that he took Tiki or the Ladybug Miraculous earrings, Marinette would beg Suhan to give her back whatever she needed in order to transform, and he would reluctantly give it to her. If she is already transformed, there would be no need for her to plead, and she just goes straight into action. In the end, she and Cat Noir will be successful, and Suhan will admit that Ladybug is responsible and would make a good guardian, but that she needs more training. That may be the last time we see him, or he will be in some more episodes, perhaps seen training Marinette. It is possible that Cat Noir will be involved when it comes to giving the miracle box back to Ladybug. Maybe he will say a few kind words about how great he believes Ladybug to be, and how she deserves to be the guardian. As a result, for you Lady Noir shippers, this may even bring the romantic relationship closer. Remember when I said that someone will get akumatized? Here's when I said it. Then someone will get akumatized. If you look more closely at the drawing on the right, it appears as if Suhan may be akumatized? I don't know, but we do see Ladybug trying to get the miracle box back from Suhan, so maybe my theory is correct? We will just have to wait and see. Just a little side note, this teapot could be foreshadowing the arrival of Suhan. Furthermore, this scene could be taking place after Suhan arrives to take the miracle box. This could be the scene in which Ladybug chases after Suhan. If you have made this far, that means you have reached the end of the segment. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm watching you. Just kidding.